Draft week is always kind of crazy, but this week it's been off the chains. This is Coach Marks for Pro Fan Talk, and it has been just crazy the last week, the last couple days leading up to the draft. All these rumors going around, all of this Will Levis stuff is just, it's been crazy, man. Somebody put a post out on Reddit that Will Levis had information or was telling his friends that he knew he was going to be number one drafted. And it's really weird how stuff that was seen on social media, now everybody's grabbing it and running with it. The Vegas odds are changing that he'll get drafted number one. You know, in Vegas, you can bet on everything. So now you can place money on who will actually be the first pick in the draft. They take odds and all of that kind of stuff. And apparently he went from like 5,000 to 1 to like 40 to 1 or something. It's been something ridiculous. So, of course, when Vegas changes up like that, immediately everybody thinks that, okay, somebody knows. The Texans with number 2 would bypass C.J. Stroud or Bryce Young or whoever. It would be interesting if Carolina picks C.J. Stroud, leaving the Texans with Bryce Young. Would they follow through and not draft a quarterback or trade the pick? Davis Mills with the Texans, he's not going to get it done next year. So they got to get an answer for that. Or are they willing to gamble and keep him another year and fall even further behind? That's the question of what they're going to do. So, but all of this is dependent on if C.J. Stroud is not the number one pick. If Carolina picks Stroud, this could all be for naught, because here's the deal, in my opinion. C.J. Stroud has the same agent as Deshaun Watson. I believe his name is David Mulligetta. I'm guessing that the Texans just don't want to deal with this dude. After everything that went on with Deshaun and the court case and all of that mess, holding out for a year, all of that nonsense. Not nonsense, but as far as the Texans are concerned, that is a headache that they really don't want to relive. They probably got a bad taste in their mouth from that agent. I'm sure the agent was just doing what he thought was best for his client. But sometimes that's the bridge that can be burned, and you can't mend it all the time. So we'll see, because you know what they say, business is business and friends is friends. Don't confuse the two. I'm guessing that they ain't friends at all. That's probably a big reason why they don't want to deal with Stroud. Probably not the only reason. They just don't want to. They don't want that headache. They don't want to deal with that dude. If they do trade the pick, or if somebody jumps up and gets a trade with Arizona, it's going to shake up the draft, because everybody's watching to see where Jalen Carter's going to fall to. I don't think he'll get past number 5 or 6, because you got the Seahawks and the Lions, and both of them will take defense. Maybe even the Raiders too. The Raiders are at number 7, and then you got the Falcons at number 8, and then Chicago, and then us at number 10. Chicago could go offensive defense. I think Bijan might end up in Atlanta, unless something surprising could happen, man. Because it looks like we might get a defensive tackle or edge rusher, depending on how these quarterbacks fall. I think we'll have a good opportunity to get a good player at that spot, or maybe even Devin Witherspoon. If Witherspoon falls to 10, that would be my choice, because he feels the need immediately. He could probably start day one, and we could make some things happen. So all this stuff is up in the air, man. All this stuff is up in the air. But it's weird that all of these rumors, all the things these kids got to do now, taking cognitive tests and all of that kind of crap, and they're doing all this stuff, and none of it, you can't say with any measure of certainty if all of this stuff is going to translate to the field. Sometimes talent and tape, they don't equal out. What you saw on tape is not what you get at the next level. Sometimes it just doesn't work that way. That's why you have people that are busts or don't make it, or whatever the situation is. You got somebody like Zach Taylor, who was drafted the first pick for the Jets, and he's going to be on the bench behind Aaron Rodgers. Hopefully he learns something. But we'll see. But it's going to be crazy, because there is going to be a move, in my opinion, within those first 9 picks. It's definitely going to shake up the whole draft. I think Philadelphia's in a good spot. I think we can get the guy that we want. All depends on who's number one on their board. Is it edge? Is it safety? Is it cornerback? D tackle? Whatever. Offensive tackle. Everybody up here has been talking about Skoronski. I think there are better options, but he's no slouch. So if we end up with Skoronski, okay, we got another offensive lineman. That's what we're known for. We got the best offensive line in the business. So we'll see what they're going to do. A lot of stuff coming out. I think by the end of the week, it's going to be crazy. It's going to be a lot of eyes on this one. A lot of eyes on this one. So stay tuned. Check me out on my YouTube channel, Pro Fan Talk, daily content. You can also check me out every Thursday, 7:30 a.m. on Morning Coffee. That is rvntelevision.com/live. Every Thursday, 7:30 a.m. And as always, 7 p.m. Thursday nights on the mothership, A2D Radio, Pro Fan Talk. That's where we get it done. All right, so come check me out. I appreciate your support. Hit that subscribe button. Click on that bell so you don't miss a thing. Let's keep it moving.